Did anybody say new studio reveal? Today, my friends, I want to have a little chat about the year that was 2021, as well as talk a little bit about 2022. 2021 was a very strange year for us all. My 2021 was me trying to break out of the mold and step out of my comfort zone of what I was doing before. Because over the 5 years that I've done this, obviously I've done a lot of different content, I've tried a lot of stuff, and it's always been about me wanting to do music and express myself creatively, obviously. But of course, since taking the channel full-time in 2017, the main driving thing have been all the YouTuber remixes that I made. So the first half of the year was me just trying different types of content and just trying to find something that would kind of work to bring an audience with me from the remixes while still being true to myself, I guess, as an artist. And I say, you know, there was some hit or misses. I did a lot of random songs, like the comment songs, that were really fun to do. The Pogger song, the Wellerman thing I did with Maya, that was really fun, that did really well, actually. So thanks for that. And then, of course, there were a couple of remixes. The I'm Bored Lazy Bean one was the most successful video in terms of numbers all year. I also tried to bring in the drag, dress-up, cross-dress kind of things more into the channel, into the content, and that was actually a fun little thing. There was a lot of people coming just for that type of content who enjoy what I was doing, and I think that's so much fun to do. So that was the first half of the year. The second half was the musicals, which of course started with Dan TDM Betrayed Me out of two reasons. I mean, number one, I had the idea for the song and a little bit of frustration at Dan ghosting me, but also I really wanted to do something bigger than myself, something that was just not another song or remix or another, like, hey, let's do a fun thing. Daniel, where did we go wrong? I wanted to create something grander, and I've always had this dream of creating my own musical one day, like a proper Disney type Broadway musical, and this strangely kinda turned out to be that. In a weird way. From Dan TDM Betrayed Me up until the end of 2021, I did 11 of these musicals, which were, of course, shorter songs that I put way too much effort into. I would spend like 2 weeks making a single one of these, and I am so proud of each and every one of those. It is problematic, though, making the musicals and having that be the main thing, because while they're so much fun in every way, they do take a lot of time to make, and they're very short by design, but that's not really what YouTube rewards. So I'm kind of in the middle right now of trying to figure out a way to make more content and longer content while also doing the good content. Because the musicals to me have been probably the best content I have ever made on the channel. And I hope a lot of my viewers will agree. At least in terms of production quality and everything. I feel like I really stepped up the channel to another level, like a totally new level with the musicals, with these 11 musicals over the latter half of 2021. But with YouTube, obviously, that's not enough. The videos need to be long and they need to be often, or at least one of the two. And I think making a song every week or every other week that's just 2 minutes, it just doesn't really work anymore as much. Now, in fairness, each of these musicals have done way better than like anything I've ever done on the channel before, except for the remixes, of course. But for 2022, I need to kind of figure out a way to make more content again, because I want to make more content, but I don't have any time while I'm making these musicals, because I need these songs to sound great. I need them to sound like they could be straight out of a Disney movie, because that's what I want to do, but then there's no time to make anything else. So, you know, it's weird. It's finding a middle ground. But to summarize the Endigo channel, in 2021, there was a total of 60 videos posted on here, 20 original songs, and out of those, 11 were musicals. I like to think I did a pretty good year. I feel like I did less content in 2021, but when you consider the 20 original songs, and especially the 11 musicals in here, that's suddenly a lot better. I like to think, than just churning out content like I did before. You know, I used to do daily videos. Can you imagine that? Now, of course, in 2021, I also started the Endigo Pink channel, which is my second channel for non-music stuff and random videos that I don't really think fit in on here. And that's been fun. I haven't done a lot of content so far, but it's been really fun. I did a house tour of my old place before moving to this place. So that's been a lot of fun. I also started a podcast called Making It in Japan, together with my friend Donna Burke, which is available on all the podcast services out there, as well as a video version on Donna's channel. We did a end of the year special a couple weeks ago. That was pretty fun, talking about the year in a way. And then, of course, we have the fun stuff. 2021 was the year I started doing TV. I officially joined a Japanese talk show in 2021 called Cool Japan as a cast member. As of today, I've appeared on 3 episodes of the show, and I think you're all gonna see more of me in the future as well, so stay tuned for that. Actually, let me just remove these glasses. I can't be bothered. Getting involved with Japanese TV has been such a surreal experience, as I'm sure you can imagine. But especially coming here only 2 years ago, being a student for a year, and then basically just going off and doing all this random stuff for a year. It's been really, really fun, but almost kind of surreal, you know? And then finally, of course, if you've been following me on social media, on January the 1st of this year, so a couple days ago, there was a movie released in Japanese theaters, an animated movie called Bang Dream, Poppin' Dream, which is the latest installment in Bang Dream, which is a pretty long-running, like, anime about this girl rock band, or a couple of rock bands, all female. And the new movie that's out in theaters now, I'm singing in it 3 songs. It's about these 3 Japanese girl bands who travel to Guam to play a festival, and all the songs you hear in the background is me singing. One is from a radio on a beach, that's me singing. One is from a car stereo, when there's a car scene, that's also me. And then the third one is when they're having like a campfire type thing, that's also me. So yeah. I don't know if these songs are gonna be on the soundtrack, if there's soundtrack released on like a CD or something. And if not, I'm not sure how to ever hear the full versions of the songs. I haven't heard the completed versions aside from my own demos. So I'm hoping they'll get released somehow. They're really cool songs. I really like them. One of them sounds like Van Halen almost, so that was really cool. So hopefully they'll be able to hear somewhere, somehow in the future. So that was 2021 from a professional point of view, I guess. But what's actually gonna happen in 2022? There are, of course, a couple of different projects I am working on behind the scenes. Some things, as always, I can't talk about, blah, blah, blah. In 2021, I started working on a new project that I had every intention of revealing to the world during the year. Didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. Life happened, life got in the way. Now I know that there are some people who have been waiting for my next non-YouTube music project for years at this point. And I don't want to leave y'all hanging, okay? 2021 didn't turn out exactly how we intended. So let me right here, right now, surprise shadow drop some teasers for what's happening in the future. Here's a little sneak peek. Oh, wow, that's really exciting. I wonder what that could mean. Oh, mysterious project teasing. Oh my god, look forward to big things in the future. Woo. Now, finally, as for the Endigo channel, I do want to continue making the musicals because I'm enjoying doing them way too much. They're so much fun. They're some of the most creatively fulfilling thing I have ever done in my entire life. And also, you know, Dan has officially been ghosting me for over a year now, so... you know, time for a little anniversary celebration maybe, who knows? I do actually have a pretty cool idea for the next musical that could be in the Dan cinematic universe. But he hasn't responded to my last one, and I don't know if he will. Maybe he doesn't, but that's the best one I made out of all of them. So if he's gonna miss that one because I make a new one and he decides to direct to that one, I don't know. It's weird. I'm trying to text him, but you know... you know what it's like. Now, before I end the video, I want to kind of have a little non-scripted chat about myself, my personal life and everything. So if you don't care about me, aside from my content, thank you for watching so far. Goodbye. Have a happy new year. See you in the next video. But for everybody else, I'm gonna keep going. 2021, you know, I mentioned it felt like a little bit of a confused year for me with the content, and it really was. But it was also a year of a lot of confusion for me privately, who I was, and what I'm really doing anymore in my life, where my life is going. I had this kind of thing, and if you've listened to the podcast, you probably heard a little bit about this, but it was a lot of me not really knowing where my life was going anymore, because I came into a really good routine where I was just living my life in Japan, and I have a lot of great friends here. I love my job doing this, and also doing I've done so much voice recording this year for different video games and animes and stuff. Most of it is still secret, but it's all been really fun. But it's also been like, I don't know, I haven't really had a goal anymore in my life in a way that I never thought I would experience, in a really weird way. Because my goal was always like, I want to, one day, the ultimate end goal was to get to Japan and live as a musician full time and just do music in Tokyo and make enough money from that to like live and have fun. And I've done that this year. Like 2021 was me living that dream. And in that case, or in that way, 2021 was one of the best years of my entire life. But it really wasn't, because with that came like reaching the goal and like, well, now what? Like, after that, it felt like I was just doing the post-game content, if that makes sense. I got to the end credits, and then the rest was like clearing out side quests, and I was like, oh, don't I have a main quest anymore? Because this was the main quest. I felt like I beat the game, and everything else was just padding. So I've been really enjoying my day today, but I was in this meeting a couple of weeks ago. It was at a barbecue restaurant in Tokyo, really great place, with two friends of mine who are both in the music industry, let's say. And we were chatting, and they were talking about all these different collaborations they're doing with like Japanese titans of music. And one of them just asked me like, okay, so what's your goal, like in general? Because it was like a little kind of get to know each other thing. What's your goal, like now? And a lot of my more casual friends here have asked me that, and to them, sometimes during the year, like I've just said like, oh, this was the goal, I'm living my dream, I'm just enjoying day to day, and that's true. But this wasn't really a situation where that would fly, that answer. I can't really go into more detail, but I just like, okay, I have to give a better answer than that. So I really had to stop and think, what is my goal? And this was around Christmas. This was on Christmas Day, actually, the 25th of December that this happened. And up until that point, I didn't even think I needed an answer. But it was then that I realized that, oh wow, I really do need a goal. Ever since I was a kid, I've always followed goals. I've always dreamed big. And anybody who knew me, my parents probably especially, can tell me, like, I was always a dreamer. Like, I was always like, man, I want to do this thing. And I'm still like that, you know? I think Maya can attest to that too. I still talk more about the future and dreams rather than maybe focus on living in the moment. And while 2021 was me focusing on living in the moment, not having dreams made me realize how much I need goals. I feel like I'm finally on track again. As of just not long ago at all. As of just weeks ago. I feel like I'm finally on track. Things are moving again a little bit in a way that I didn't realize I needed them to move. I've had a great time here, like the time I've been in Japan so far, but I've just been in a really strange, lost place while still doing all these massive cool projects and everything. But personally, I just really needed to remember what I even want to do in the first place. And I think I'm starting to remember without going into, again, too much detail. But yeah, it's been a really weird year of trying to figure that out. And yeah, it's cool to just have a little bit of determination again. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see how much YouTube I do this year. I still want to do the musicals, as I said. I find them immensely creatively satisfying, and people seem to like them. They're actually doing well compared to a lot of my other non-remix content, so there's like a double win. But I feel like if I'm gonna thrive on this platform, I need to embrace being a content creator, because not just being a good musician doesn't cut it. And I've been really thankful to have these other revenue streams like Spotify and iTunes, stuff like that, that really have been doing really, really well for me as well. So that's been like a great other thing to have. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. I don't have all the answers, and I guess it's okay to not have all the answers, because I'm going into 2022 better than I went into 2021, and for me that's a win. So yeah, that was a little rant. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hope you're having a good year so far, and hope you're gonna have a good 2022. And I'll talk to you hopefully very soon. Have a nice day, have a nice week, wherever you are. Thank you for all the support. I do have a Patreon if you want to support me over there as well. But no pressure if you don't, that's fine. And till next time, peace!